Heathens. So today I have a few like first impressions, try on type things because they were stuff that I got for my birthday. So I'm really excited to give them a shot. I don't know what's up with all the hand motions. I just realized my foundation was all the way over there. So I'm going to start off by doing my eyeshadow look. This is one of the main things for this video. It is the Prism Makeup the Ultimate Gravity Interstellar Eyeshadow Palette, and from the looks, it looks like it is supposed to be an Urban Decay Born to Run dupe. It's got some really pretty shades and full transparency. I have swatched a few of these because I wanted to see what they were like as soon as I got them. So I do know how some of them perform, but that does not change the way that I'm going to review this at all because I don't know how they apply with a brush. Just how they applied with my finger. And the first brush that I'm going to use is from the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair set, and I don't see my eyeshadow primer, of course. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know where my eyeshadow primer has gone. Aha! I don't know why it's over there. That's not where it goes. I'm using the AOA Studio Perfect Eyeshadow Primer in Glow, which is supposed to make shades a little more vibrant and just help them glow. And this eyeshadow primer is only $1 from shopmissa.com. And I really like all of the AOA Studio products that I've tried. There are a few things that I have not had a chance to try, but everything I have tried I do really enjoy. So I'm going to let this sit for just a second while I tell you one of the other things that I'm going to be trying, which is this huge brush from Juno & Co. I guess it's not that big compared to some that are out there, but it's got some cool chiseled or beveled edges and a little rounded bottom, but it's pretty big and it's really soft. This is after it's been dampened, so it is a little bit smaller than that to start off with. Casper's down here looking at me. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. And the first shade, well, you know what? I am going to do some swatches first, actually. So let me go ahead and get a makeup wipe ready. And I'm going to just go across like I did with my other one and hope that I can have enough arm space to do this. See if I can take my hair bow off of my arm. So first we have, let me see what I'm doing. Start there. Alright, so first we have Asteroid, which is a very pale color. Then we have Orbital, we have Spheroid, Infinite, and Venus. That's some of the first few shades. So far the pigmentation's pretty good. Like, a lot of those shades up until the last one are pretty light, so you don't expect them to show up a whole lot on my arm. I'm getting cat hair all in the palette. That color was really vibrant. Alright, so then we have Orb, which is another relatively light looking shade, but it actually shows up. Apistron, which is way more vibrant than I expected. Spectral, which is the color that I said was crazy bright. There is a bit of chunkiness up top. And then Terra. Let me get that off my fingers. Oh, I do have another one on my thumb. Huh. Glad I didn't clean that off. That is Mars. That would have been really awkward to be like, ha, I'm done, just kidding, and then completely wash it off my thumb. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these off of my arm the best I can. And then I'm going to pat my arm dry so that the next set of swatches will stick to it. Alright, so then we have Neptune, Macrocosm, Curve, Earthly, and Supernova. So first is Neptune, then Macrocosm. Cass, leave it alone. Then we have Curve, then Earthly, and then Supernova. Hold that thought. What are you doing? Come here. Okay. I hope that doesn't throw off my light balance too much because I opened the blind on the other window for him so that he'll stop pulling at it. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course there's 6 more shades and I only have 5 fingers. So then we have Eclipse, Radius, Black Hole, Transient, and Big Bang. And then after this we will only have 1 left. So we have Eclipse, Radius, Black Hole, which isn't terribly pigmented for a black, Transient, and Big Bang. So that is those. Then just 1 more, which is called Gravity. And that one swatched pretty good. Alright, so now back to trying to actually do it. We are going to go in with the shade Infinite right here in this palette. Oh, so there is a little bit of there's a little bit of kickback. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. I'm going to take the plastic off the mirror. We're just going to go right in. I think I said it already, but the brush that I'm using first is from the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair collection. I got it when it was on sale for like $10. My only complaint about this brush is that I wish it was a little more dense because the top is a little like, I'm sure all you see is shadow going everywhere. What are you doing? Pretty sure he was just licking the windowsill. I do wish it was just a little more dense so that it didn't flop around quite as much. But I do like the shape and the length for just blending colors up in. So next, I am going to go in with Orb. Also, just looking at this palette, I really like all the colors, and my only complaint just with the colors and the color selection, which I don't know if the Born This Way Born to Run palette is the same. But I do wish that that color was really pigmented. I don't know why he's still pulling it in the window, because it's open. What are you doing? That color is really pigmented. I like that. What was I saying? The shades. I wish that there were a few of each like color family that were mattes, so that you could kind of build up to the color that you want, because I really want to go in with one of these blues or greens down on the bottom. However, there's not like a blue or green matte to help build up to that point. But I mean, that's kind of a nitpicky type thing. So let's see. I'm gonna go in next with Eclipse, which is this matte deep brown on the bottom. I'm just gonna gently tap in with that same brush, because I just want to barely build this up. And it still is way, way, way more pigmented than what I was expecting, which is great, except for the fact that I might have to go back in with some of those other shades to help mellow it out, because now it's much more smoky grungy than what I was initially going for, which is normally my style, but not when I'm trying to be, you know, light-handed and just not smoky and grungy. Go figure. I mean, it does look really nice. I'm not knocking it. I guess I just really underestimated the pigmentation of some of these shadows. So, I'm gonna try to do a thing. I'm just gonna knock everything down first, apparently. I'm gonna try to do a thing, which is a, like, mini cut crease type dealio. Like a halo cut crease type thing. Halo spotlight crease cut. I don't really know the names of them, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take the same eyeshadow primer that I used earlier. I'm not going to use a concealer. And I'm just going to tap it on to both lids right in the center, the bottom. I'm going to take one of my crease brushes. This is from, not crease brushes, concealer brushes. This is from Eco Tools. And I'm just going to take that right up the center of the eye. And kind of lay down the base for where I'm going to apply this next shadow. That's a little thicker, so we're gonna... And I'm going to pat it in at my lash line, because this side did not want to blend out right next to my lashes. Okay. So now I'm going to take my finger, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to dip into Transient, which is this green shimmery shade. And I'm going to tap that right on where I just put the eyeshadow primer. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's a little heavy right where I first patted it, but that's okay. I'm going to take that brush that I was using earlier and blend it in across the top when I'm done. I'm going to try, I always try to knock my finger off, but that's not how that works. I'm gonna try to pat this one out a little more evenly so I don't get any areas that are like super heavily pigmented without the rest being. Sorry, I'm trying not to cover my face, and it's not working out the best because I'm blind, and if I don't have the mirror all up in my face, I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is what it looks like right now. So I'm going to take this same brush, I'm not adding any extra pigment on it, and I'm just going to go back across the top and try to blend out where it was a little harsh from where I patted it on. And then I'm going to take a different finger and I'm going to tap into Big Bang, which is the kind of aqua-y shade next to that. It's also a shimmer shade. And I'm just going to pat this right on the very center of that green. Oh yeah, that gives it a nice, like, just brightness. I don't know how well it picks up. I think that looks really good. And then for my inner corner highlight, I am going to try to use a brush so it doesn't turn out like the last time I tried to do inner corner highlight, where it just applied my whole finger's worth. And I'm going to go in with Orbital, which is the goldy shimmer shade up at the top. And just going to pat that right in. I think that looks really nice. So I don't know how well that picks up, but it looks good in person, so we're gonna say it looks good. Now, to apply my eyeshadow, to apply my foundation, I am gonna be using that Juno & Co sponge, and some of these are not wanting to come off. And I'm gonna show a little bit of how it applies, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera because I don't want this video to be too long. So what I'm going to do, let's get my mirror ready. I'm going to just do what I normally do, which is just put a few dots on my face to start off with. And I am using the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the shade L10. I think this is one of... Now, I could be horribly wrong and everyone else could think it looks awful on me. I think this is one of the best shade matches that I've ever found. So, we're going to see how this sponge applies it. So I'm taking the bigger chiseled edge and we're just going to start to pat it on in. Makes fun noises. And I'm gonna go do the rest off camera so that I don't just bore you with patting my foundation for forever, and I will be right back. So I'm back. My foundation is on, and this is what the sponge looks like now. So there is a little bit of product that kind of stayed on the sponge, but all in all, I think it applied really nice. There was an area right here, and I don't think that's the sponge's fault. I think my skin's having an issue where nothing wanted to blend out. So I struggled a little bit with that. And anyway, so I'm just gonna wrap up this look. I'm gonna take the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks in Brown Hair 2, which is something that I got in an Allure bag. And And I'm just going to go through my brows super quick. I don't have anything else on my brows or in my brows or whatever. I find that this just helps give them a little bit of definition. It just deepens up the hairs a little bit because my brows are pretty much non-existent. They're brown, which is strange because I have red hair, but they're very, very fair, like light brown. And I feel like this just helps give them a little more oomph without looking too overdone. And then to finish off the look, oh, not to finish off the look, I still have to put on highlighter. What am I thinking? I'm going to use the Disney ColourPop Villains Cruella highlighter, which is you idiots, you fools, you imbeciles. And my Disney Villains ColourPop, mainly like the palette review, is up on my channel. This is what this highlighter looks like, though, if you have not seen it. It is a Super Shock, so much better applied with the finger. So I'm just going to go in and pat it where I normally would. And this has like a peach, pink, gold, like shift to it, depending on how the light is hitting it. I don't know how well it's going to pick up with this light, but it's not a gold undertone that is one where you can see it from the front on me, which a lot of like gold based highlighters tend to be too dark on my skin. And like if I'm facing forward, you can see where they're sitting, and not in a good way. Not like, ooh, look at that highlight, but ugh, look at that highlight. So I hope this picks up because I do really enjoy this highlighter. I'm not sure if changing the lighting, now that may be too dark. That's probably definitely not going to pick up now. Let's see. Maybe like this. If not, I'm sorry. Anyway, now to finish off the look, I am not going to use any blush or contour because it's not something that I would do. Ah! I keep forgetting things. Like, I don't have on any mascara or anything. I'm going to use the Medusa's Makeup Witch Lash, which I got in my March Medusa's Makeup unboxing, which is the first one that I've ever gotten. And it has a big, big wand. So I'm going to do that really quick. I meant to do this right after the eye look, but, you know. My brain is actually on going and cleaning after filming this, so I can't really focus on what I'm doing, which, as someone who's filming a video to upload for other people to watch, seems really irresponsible. But I seem to go into a lot of these videos with zero intention of what I need to do and what's happening. Which, admittedly, I should work on, and I'll maybe eventually get better at, but, you know, don't hold your breath. Just subscribe, hit the little bell notification for the little bell icon for notifications. Keep coming back and we'll see what happens, because I'll get there eventually. So this is what that mascara looks like. It's a nice, very natural looking mascara. And now to finally finish off the look, which I've apparently been trying to do for like 5 minutes, I'm going to go in with the Moira Lush Matte Cream in Butter Cake, which is something that I got from Yes Oh Yes bag. I believe it was also March. It smells pretty good. We're just gonna... It's a little lighter than what I tend to go for, but I think for a look like this, it'll work pretty well. And that's what that looks like. And here is the finished look. I will take this off so you can see better, take down my hair. So this is what everything looks like. All in all, I've got to say I'm pretty pleased with this. I was really surprised by how pigmented some of the shades were, like the brown shade Eclipse. I barely tapped into it. Like, I wish I had shown the brush a little better so you could see how little I thought was on it, and it just like went on. It was not playing any games. So as of right now, I don't know how it wears, but as of right now, I would definitely recommend this palette if you're looking for a, cheaper alternative to the Born to Run palette that seems to work pretty darn well. And if y'all have used this or anything else by this brand, let me know. And thank you, Brittany. I do really like it. And this is really nice. I think my foundation looks pretty good. There's a little area right here, just like on the other side, where it's not the best, but I don't think that's a sponge problem. I think that's a me problem. So can't blame the sponge. And yeah, so let me know what y'all thought, and I will see y'all next time. So I'm back temporarily. I think the lighting in here presents a slightly better opportunity to show everything off, at least this time of day. So that is what the eyeshadow looks like, the highlighter, and of course my foundation. What impresses me the most is I forgot to prime my face, and my forehead, thanks to the way the sponge applies, does not look insanely dry. So that's definitely a plus, and overall everything from this look gets a thumbs up in my book. So let me know what y'all thought down below, and I will see y'all next time.